Hi everyone. So deciding what is and what isn't a red flag depends on the person. It's very much individual, but I'm just going to give you 5 red flags which are not always given enough consideration. So the first one is someone asking you to move in with them too early and someone asking for money. Now these are definitely red flags that people are aware of. But this is in terms of context. So if you've only met someone for a few dates, or you've only known them for less than a month and they start asking for money, that is a massive red flag. Most people would consider that to be something that maybe not to end the relationship over, but definitely to keep an eye on, because it means that person is kind of feeling that they're too familiar with you, but also why they're asking for money so early as well. And the second one, moving in as well. If someone starts talking about moving in from the first few dates, they start saying things like, yeah, it would be good to live together. You have to question as well, is this person kind of setting you up because they're kind of checking how you're going to respond to it, but also what's going on with this person that they're asking to move in or starting talking about it so early. The second one is someone doing big gestures that come from nowhere. Extravagant things after like a few days or a few weeks. Now that might sound romantic. Lots of people are going to say, yeah, they're sending me flowers every day. Yeah, they're booking big holidays. They're buying expensive gifts for me. But you have to think, on these programs that I've watched where they reveal con men, usually it's people who are doing these massive things, but they don't really have the money to do it. Maybe they're doing it on their credit card, or they're just doing it so they can reel you in so that they can then either ask for money later, or they can pretend that they've got this lavish lifestyle. There's always lots of reasons, but to me, that's a massive red flag. If someone doesn't know you that well, why they're buying you like £1,000 handbag and stuff too early. So that's just my feeling. The third one is someone saying I love you too early as well. I think that because people know hearing emotional stuff like I really like you, I love you, is a good way sometimes to capture someone's heart, and this is male or female. People will use the word really early, and to me it's a red flag, because I've said this to people before. I've said, well, what do you love about me? Or I've said, how can you love me when you haven't spent enough time around me? Or I've been I'm not that type of like harsh person, but to be fair, if someone is using the L word after like 2 days or even a week, to me that's a red flag, because there's no way in the world you can like fall in. Well, I mean, this is debatable. Some people feel you fall in love at first sight. I don't believe in things like that. But to me, it's a red flag if people are becoming really emotional over you and they're starting to really get connected to you when they don't really know enough about you yet. The fourth one is not meeting any of this person's friends, any of their circle, any of their family, no one. If you're dating someone and you haven't met one single person connected to them, not a colleague, not a friend, not a family member, to me, there's something wrong with that. And there's obviously a time span attached to it. You're not expected to meet people in their circle after a few dates. But if you've been dating someone for 3 to 6 months and you've not met anyone connected, I dated someone once and I never met anyone connected to this person. I used to hear them on the phone say they're speaking to someone from work, hear them on the phone say they speak to their brother, sister, whoever. It was a good 6-7 months, never met any single person connected to this person. Still to this day, I don't know who his family, friends, or anyone was. To me, that's a massive red flag, because it's different if you're still getting to know each other, but once you're dating, you would at least meet one person in the circle. And the final one is not seeing where the person lives or works. That is a massive red flag. So again, I've dated someone years ago who we would meet at clubs, we would meet at restaurants, they would come to my house, we would meet in the park, anywhere. I never knew where this person lived. I still don't know if they live where they say they lived, and I don't know where they work, if they were just saying it. To me, that's another red flag. So all of these things are things which you should just take into account. It doesn't mean that you need to cut the person off. It doesn't mean that you need to say, I'm not going to speak to them again. But to me, some of these things are worth considering whether they're red flags or not.